Hey, this is Brook. I'm the guitar teacher. I've been teaching in Cedar Rapids since about 1993. I moved down here from St. Paul, Minnesota, where I was uh, living for a year or two. I don't remember really, but I was playing in a country band. I was recording at Paisley Park. I was working at Willie's American Guitars. Man, it was cool up there. But my friends, well, my girlfriend dumped me, and my best friend's girlfriend dumped him. So he said, dude, you got to move back to Iowa so we can put the band back together. I'm like, no, not Iowa. So I moved down here, and it's been good. I was pretty poor, and I started teaching. I got one student. Well, actually, back up a little bit. I put on a suit and went to a music store and asked if I could teach guitar there, and they told me to beat it. And so I came back the next day and said, "Sir, I want to teach guitar in your store," because it was near where I was renting in kind of a rough neighborhood. But they let me, said, "Okay, you can have one student." I'm like, "Yes, I'm in." So one student, and then I got two students. So I went from being really poor. I was donating plasma, picking up cans because you get 5 cents to turn in an aluminum can. I was pretty poor, but anyway, I had support from my family. I somehow was able to get established and then eventually built up a large number of students and became self-sufficient again. That was nice. And through the help of the community, I will say that Cedar Rapids has been really good to me. So I taught at Music Loft for 10 years, 6 days a week, and then I moved. My son came to live with me when he was going into 7th grade, so I had to move into Cedar Rapids. I was out in the country, so I moved into Cedar Rapids so he could get to school easily. And I had met my wife, Lila, so everything came together. So Cedar Rapids has been great. So I began teaching after 10 years at the store. I started teaching out of my house. So I've been teaching from my private home for a long time. And I really love it. So now I teach Monday through Thursday, 3 till 8 p.m. pretty much. And what I do at the lessons, well, after all this time, after all these years of teaching, I've come up into a method or a kind of a curriculum where we start the lesson with my book. Oh, I just happen to have one. We usually start by just trying a few chords on the first page. I call it chord yoga, where we gently strum some chords and listen. And we always go really slow, and I try to get them to get a wonderful sound out of the guitar by playing it kind of soft and slow and checking each string, trying to get a real even quality from each note in the chord and getting that sensitivity to sound versus kind of pummeling the strings, which I've endured decades of listening to people just sort of smash the chord. I'm like, yeah, very good. Oh, but now I'm like, no, we're going to really coax out the best tone from every basic chord. So we start really at a basic level, super duper fundamental every lesson. Then we should just a short, maybe 5 to 7 minutes of that. Then we shift over to 5 to 7 minutes of sight reading, which a lot of people don't really, they're like kind of shocked that I keep coming back to the sight reading book. But so again, it's chords, sight reading. I feel that if you do sight reading, you're going to have a better concept of the structure of music, meaning counting measures and seeing verses and choruses, and just seeing how those measures stack up. So if you have one line of 4 bars, followed by another line of 4 bars, there's 8 bars, followed by another line, there's 12. Another line, that's 16. And of course, songs are kind of broken into those patterns of, counting measures, 4 bars repeating, or 8 or 12 or 16 or whatever it is. So we do that. After that, then I will have some PDFs I've made showing scales and riffs and fun things to do, songs. And then the student, of course, can request songs. That's when I have to really scramble. And often I don't really keep up on, top 40 or anything. Or new country. So I'm always like, whoa, never heard of that guy. So I have to figure out the song pretty quick and write it out. And, I like to be fast with that. And first thing I do is hear the key. And I'll say, oh, that's a key of C. And then I'll grab my guitar and play it. Told you, And I'll say, did you see what happened there? How long did it take me to tell you what the key is? And they're like, they don't even know what I'm talking about. But because I can hear pitch. And that's why we do those notes and chords slowly so you can get it in your head, what the pitch is. And you start recognizing those chords. Ow, that was a strike. I already was bleeding here today. She already got me. Ow, she just stuck her fang into the back of my head. But anyway, and sometimes my students want to learn heavy metal or hard rock. I'm like, whatever, man, I don't care. Whatever you want to do, we'll work on. But even if, which it feels kind of ridiculous playing like Mary Had a Little Lamb or something. Yeah, I know you want to play some, brutal, down-tuned, drop tuning, super fuzzed out, super sick riff business. Great. Here's Frosty the Snowman. If you can't play Frosty the Snowman, are you really going to be able to play like Kirk Hammett? I don't know. It's just an idea. But then, okay, you want to play some lead guitar? Let's learn like a E blues scale, E minor pentatonic, or an E minor scale, or a mode, something like a Phrygian mode, or a Mixolydian mode, or Dorian or something, or some other, like a scale where you mix, maybe add extra notes to a scale. Like, it's wide open. How about a major scale, which sounds kind of tame compared to maybe a blues scale. Why are you looking at me like that? This is Luna. She comes in and bites the student's feet. Anyway. Or it might be just, maybe it might take a really long time for the student to kind of come around and start working, remembering their notes and chords. And that's one thing I also teach is let's remember these things. Let's memorize everything I teach you. Don't just keep it in a book and put it on a shelf. Play it, think about it, memorize it. You don't have to read everything. Just memorize that stuff. And I use a lot of metronome. That feels good. I use the metronome a lot with students, and it's usually slower than they think it would be. I'll set that metronome really slow and, speed it up 10 clicks every time we, repeat, try it again, a little faster. All right. Yeah, I teach kids starting at age 6, and I've got some retired people coming in. It's a wild mix, man. But, I'm really grateful for the chance to teach. So since I started my YouTube channel a few years back, and I was trying to get monetized. I needed like 1,000 subscribers in a short amount of time. I couldn't get it. Monetized. So I just abandoned my YouTube channel for a few months. I came back and one video had kind of spiked a little bit. So I had 1,000 subscribers and I had earned 10 cents or something. So it's been fun. I make a little bit of money with the ads. I'm sorry about the ads, but I've made a lot of good friends with the YouTube channel, so it's kind of a big part of my day. Come in and check out the YouTube channel, see if we have any fun comments. Sometimes people criticize what I do, and that's I kind of enjoy that. I enjoy some brutal feedback. I mean, if you want to be in showbiz, you better be able to handle some of that, And I think most of us are pretty aware of our shortcomings. I'm intensely aware of mine, but I don't let that paralyze me. I'm just like, let's go to work. That's part of the job. All right. Well, thank you for being a part of my teaching and musical world. One of my students said that